Hello, guys. Welcome to this edition of Zebra Comics podcast. And today we'll be discussing the famous and very big collaboration between Zebra Comics and DC Comics. And on our panelists today, we have Mr. Ajob Gaius, a writer at Zebra Comics. Welcome, Mr. Ajob Gaius.
Thank you for having me.
What is DC Comics?
DC Comics. uh, Apart from being one of the biggest comic book publishers in the world, DC Comics is the house of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and so many others, so many other popular characters.
Superheroes.
Yeah. They don't have only superheroes, but they do have a lot of iconic characters. One of my favorite being Batman and Constantine. Yeah.
Okay, so how did DC Comics contact Zebra Comics? When did it happen and how did it happen?
It was a very shocking encounter, I would
I can
say.
imagine.
It was just I remember that night we were heading back home after a long day. So we received a mail, you know, with the time difference. So it came in the for us it was already about 9 p.m. or something like that.
Wow.
So we received this mail. And then I told the guys that, hey, we received an email from someone claiming to be DC.
Maybe so it means you did not even believe it was DC.
I saw an email of someone claiming to be DC. We get a lot of spam mails
Yeah.
from very funny individuals. So we thought, hey, and then we looked at the photo of the mail, like, but what kind of scammer would take his time to prepare a very nice photo like this? Why is this thing
Very
looking? Why is it
convincing.
looking so legit? so, so we said anyway. This is too shocking to be true. Let's just take a moment, calm down, breathe before before making any conclusions. So we read the mail and we're like, hey, it looks too real to be true. It looks too real to be true, but there's a possibility that it's true.
Yeah.
So we just said anyway. It was already, like I said, it was night, about 9 p.m. After a long day. We were very very tired, so nobody wanted to rush
So
over it. So
what was the first reaction? I mean, it's a dream come true for
yeah,
Zebra Comics. So
big, big dream. So the next day now, when our minds were clear, the next day we came back to it and we're like, hey, this thing is actually true. We could not believe that DC Comics would reach out to us for a project such as this. It was fantastic. It was marvelous.
wow.
Right from the moment we knew that this is testament that we're doing something right. Uh, they say a long way, but we're on the right track. Yeah, so it was fantastic. Even up to this moment, I still cannot believe that. I still can't believe that happened. So
Wow, it's really impressive.
yeah,
So generally people always feel like for you to get a collaboration with a big company, they always think they are connections. So does Zebra Comics have any link to DC Comics that facilitated the collaboration?
surprisingly at the time, no. Surprisingly at the time, like I said, it came like a very big surprise, a very big shock. It's not like we had approached them for any collaboration of that sort, of the sort. It just happened. It just happened. I think it's one of those miracle moments.
But aside
So,
DC
but
Comics,
it was quite good.
I think there are other comic book companies that you guys try to collaborate with.
Yeah, there's some other, not only comic book companies anyway, but other bodies that were reached out to for collaborations. Some have shown interest, some of them were already doing one or two things together, and some are still on the way. And hopefully, they too will join the work.
Okay. How do you think this collaboration between DC and Zebra Comics will influence Africa as a whole?
Already, ever since the release of the ever since the press release, we have seen some very marvelous reactions to to the news, I should say. So there are people who are saying that this is like opening a new door to the comic book industry in
In
Africa.
Africa.
It's like the people are saying that through these collaborations, maybe other companies in the West will see what we're doing here in Africa
Yeah.
and get interested in what we're doing. Others have said this is a win for storytelling in Africa, and well, there's just so much that so many reactions, so many things that people are saying. On my own, personally, I think it's a step forward for what we're trying to achieve, for what Zebra Comics is trying to achieve for the comic book industry here in Cameroon and Africa at large. So it's a sign that people also out there can recognize what you're doing and give you an opportunity to bring your work to the rest of the world. So it's a great one.
But I think we also had bad comments, like,
Yeah.
because there are always people who hate
Oh, obviously,
unnecessarily.
obviously. There's some people who said, and I don't understand with them. There's some people who thought that we that we were just simply swapping the race of a popular character. There are a lot of people who complain
Okay.
about that. Recently, there have been a lot of complaints about that, especially in movies, comic books, and all that. So the people thought, oh, that they're just doing another race swap and all that. Why can't they just make an original character? Things like that.
Original
So people
character,
made such comments, and luckily for us, we know how the story is. So
yeah.
we'll just let them, we'll just let them discover it for themselves in September.
Okay,
So
talking about
I guess there'll be a lot of shockwaves that'll go around.
we are really expecting that. Okay, talking about the story, tell us without necessarily giving spoilers what Black Therapy is all about.
How will I avoid spoilers? Uh, well, Black Therapy, we just wanted to, a whole idea was to give a story that shows the Joker's influence on a simple setting here in Cameroon.
Okay.
So I'm trying to avoid giving story spoilers. the answer is the answer is coming out differently. But, so we're trying to not necessarily make some take not necessarily take make a black Joker per se, so
Yeah.
to speak. So what we're trying to do is, okay, we know the Joker's personality, we know the Joker's influence on others. So why not use that concept and do something with it? So that's basically what we did. We did not make anyway. Let me not spoil it.
Yes, please don't spoil it, because when you want to
If
read,
I
you
say too
want it
much,
to be.
if I keep on talking now, I'm going to drop some spoilers. I don't want to ruin the story for anyone.
Okay, guys, how do you intend to use this collaboration with DC Comics to help Africa, Africa and African comics as a whole, not only Zebra Comics? How do you think this will really influence the comic book companies in Africa?
I think through this collaboration is a sign to other African creators that uh, if you do your work well, if you do it, if you put a lot, if you dedicate your time and your energy and your effort to really do what you love, in this case comics, there are endless opportunities out there for collaborations and for collaborations and to make yourself known to the world. Because I believe that uh, through this collaboration, a lot of people will discover Zebra Comics,
Yeah.
obviously. And what Zebra Comics is already doing for artists here in Cameroon and in Africa at large, that effect is going to spill over to them. Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
it's a very good one. I think Zebra Comics is going to do their best to make sure that that spillover actually happens.
Okay, that's interesting. So, do you think this version of Joker, should fans be worried about this version, like the new version?
No, nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about at all. At all.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
just know that we stay true to ourselves. We stay true to our African identity, to our Cameroonian identity. It's a story that reflects us deeply. Yeah, the influence of the Joker will be felt there, but we stay true to ourselves. Yeah.
Okay, about I know you write, but you, I mean, you should know a little bit when it comes to coloring, and you should have some ideas. So what came up? I mean, the Joker. When you look at the poster, it's very nice. To me, it's almost perfect. So can you tell us which artist drew the Joker, the
Uh,
black?
the cover.
Yeah, the cover.
Oh, okay. Nate did the covers
Oh.
and as well as the coloring for the cover. So that one, kudos to him.
I really want him to tell us how he did it. Like the imagination, it's wild. Like everything about the poster is very interesting.
Now, maybe you catch him later after. You catch him later. You give you the answers.
So, Mr. Gaius, how do we? When should we expect the Joker? When should we expect the first?
So the official release of Joker the World will be on the September 17th this
Okay.
year, and that will happen worldwide. Different retailers, e-tailers, they're going to have it available for them. So on the Zebra for Zebra Comics, it's going to be available on the Zebra Comics app, where people can already pre-order it. People should go now and go and pre-order. You can already pre-order now, so that on the release day you're going to have it.
Okay. In future years to come, where do you see Zebra Comics when it comes to collaboration and meeting different big comic book companies all over the world? Because for me, DC Comics is just the beginning of, I don't know, of huge dream. I don't know if I say the beginning of Zebra Comics dream come true. You
Yeah,
see, so DC Comics is just the beginning. So
yeah,
what do you think? How do
definitely.
you feel about getting in contact with other big comic book companies like DC Comics?
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. I think it's just the beginning. Like I said, there are already other people who are reaching out, hoping to do other form of collaborations and all that. But we do believe that this one has really brought out the A game. So there are, I see many other people coming for collaborations. I see other big companies coming for different deals. And even DC themselves, I believe that we could have other things to do with them. Maybe now, maybe later. So I'm not saying anything, but I think it's a good one. It has done a lot for us, and it continues to do a lot for us. So definitely, there are going to be other collaborations in the future.
So talking about the collaboration, what do you expect from each other? What does DC Comics expect from Zebra Comics when it comes to the collaboration and vice versa?
Yeah. So um, already working with the team at Zebra at the DC Comics, sorry, DC Comics, Zebra Comics. So working with the team at DC Comics was already a very wonderful experience. They were very open. They were very kind. They were very you felt like working with people we have known for a long time. So it was a very good experience. So already the expectations that they have from us was to produce a story worthy of the anthology, to produce illustrations worthy of the name DC Comics, to produce colors, which I really enjoyed, worthy
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the name DC Comics. So I think that's what they expected from us. Uh, I think that's the most they expected from us, and I believe we delivered to their expectations. I hope we did. Anyway, we did.
I like the
Yeah,
confidence.
yeah, we did. We had to. We're not only representing Cameroon and Africa, we're representing a whole continent. So we need to make sure that it had to be good. It had to be good. So I strongly believe that we did. And on their part, I believe the interactions that we had with them, they lived up to our expectations. So they did it. They too were wonderful all through.
That very first day, DC Comics contacted Zebra Comics. How did you guys finally um, finally decide to accept the fact that okay, this is DC Comics without thinking it's fraud or something?
Yeah, like I said, I think one of the reasons why we were a bit worried was because we had received so many emails like that before from different people claiming to be what they are not.
Yeah.
So, but well, when we did our due diligence, then the following day we realized that this was actually a very legitimate email, and something serious was about to happen. So yeah, so uh,
So did you work on the creation alone, on the
no.
story?
Oh, on the story, it's true that I came up with the story. It wasn't an easy choice because I had several ideas, but I had to I had to choose one. So with my other colleagues here at Zebra Comics, we had to deliberate over the stories and see the ones that were worthy of the anthology. So yeah, I worked with the others. I also took some ideas. I also listened to them to hear what they had to say about
Yeah.
the story, to see if it was, like I said, if it was worthy of a story of this caliber. So yeah, I had to work with the other team members. But it's true, in the end, one person has to sit down and write
Yeah,
the
obviously.
script. So,
So personally, how do you feel about the story?
yeah. I, I, it's difficult to evaluate oneself. I think I think I should leave that to the fans, those who love the Joker, those who love Zebra Comics, those who love DC Comics. I think I will leave it to them. When it comes out, they will tell me how the story is. It's difficult to judge oneself.
Okay, aside the Joker, which other, okay, let me say, which superhero would you love to create a black version of?
Not necessarily a black version, but if
Okay,
I had
yeah.
to work on it, if I had to work on uh, another story, I think it would be Constantine.
Okay.
I like I like Constantine a lot.
How about Batman?
I like Batman. I like Batman very well. I think he's definitely one of my top characters from DC. But there's something about Constantine that I like a lot. I like a lot of spiritual symbolism. So
Okay.
I find that a lot with the Constantine character. I like his nonchalance too. So I like his attitude, his personality, and it's a character that I like just
Okay,
naturally.
interesting.
So
Okay.
if I had the opportunity to work on a story on related to Constantine, maybe Constantine in Africa doing some some voodoo stuff, or working with one shaman here in Africa, yeah, I would definitely be happy to do something like that. But
Maybe.
Batman, definitely, they just dropped Batman. I would just accept. Yeah,
Guys, thank you very much for joining us on this episode of Zebra Comics Podcast. Thank you for your time and getting to exchange with you, talking about the collaboration between DC and Zebra Comics. I feel like it's very encouraging to others. So thank you for sharing your I don't know if I should say sharing your good news or how you got to that point. Thank
definitely
you
good
very
news.
much.
Yeah, you're welcome.